Good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you to this Mango quick technical analysis video, more of a trade idea that I just put on, or rather a trade I just put on. I'll quickly explain to you why I put this trade on, and yeah, let's start with where I'm going to be wrong first. I think that is very important. Essentially, I'm going to be wrong right over here. If price gets to around 9,732 or closes a 4-hour candle, even a 1-hour candle might be good enough for me to get out of this trade, but I think I'm gonna either lean towards a 2-hour or 4-hour candle for this one. Okay, so essentially a wick above here, I'm wrong, or a 4-hour candle close above 9,600, I am wrong. And profits I'm looking for is all the way down to around 9,180ish. Essentially these candle closes over here. Okay, this area. I'm not going to be too exact with this. I'm going to watch as price comes down over here and yeah, take my profits accordingly. So yeah, right now we're looking at the 15-minute time frame just to look at the structure. So that's not what I'm really basing my trade off. I'm essentially basing my trade off this horizontal over here. And I'm looking for price to get rejected over here by, well, next candle close on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, losing this horizontal over here has led to this thrust towards the downside, and ever since we closed this candle over here, price has been showing weakness, right? Yes, we did close a candle above it again, but look at what happened right after. It just gave it up, right? This was more of a trap, a bull trap to draw in liquidity back in over here for everybody who got stopped out on this wick over here, got stuck again in the trade and dumped back on over to the bottom of the range. So essentially I'm looking for that to play out again. Now again, remember guys, I'm looking for that to play out. It doesn't mean I am right. Okay, so I need to know where I'm wrong. And when am I wrong? Essentially, we talked about it, right? If we go ahead and break the structure again and take out this area over here, right? We may very well break back above this range, live above over here for a hour, few 15-minute candles, few 30-minute candles, but that's not good enough for me to be like, okay, I am wrong on this being a key level. I'm definitely wrong on this being a key level if we close a 4-hour candle, okay, above this level. And in that case, I'm just going to say, hey, this level over here is completely just washed out, and I'll be looking at either the top of the range and the bottom of the range over here. So the middle range is not going to be very, what's what I'm looking for, very appetizing for me to play moving forward if we actually start closing another 4-hour candle above this. Why? Because, well, look at what's happening, right? We get up the level over here, retook it, and then again giving it up, and then if we just start chopping in this range over here, we might actually just go sideways, and in that case I'll be looking to either play the top and the bottom of the range as range trades, or just wait for a break to either direction to look for a trending play, right? So after you break out of a range, that's when assets tend to start trending after being in a consolidation like this. Picks a direction, impulsive move. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there anything else I do want to talk about? We can see the rejection right now, actually. Now again, just because you're seeing it right off the bat doesn't mean we are going to see continuation. Don't let this excite you, or rather I'm talking to myself right now. Sean, don't let this excite you. There's so many times I'm like, yes, there it is, I was so right. Oh my god, I am right. There it is. Oh my god, it's happening. Okay, the excitement's unfolding, guys. The excitement's unfolding. Yeah, so but I try not to get excited, because how often has this happened to you guys where you put on the trade, you see the rejection just like you expected, and then it starts getting picked up, especially Bitcoin, and you start seeing it continue onward to the upside, and then you start panicking and you get out of your trade right above the horizontal over here, even though it only closed a 15-minute candle above it, and then it dumps again, and you're like, oh my god, I better re-enter, and then you get in, and again you get out because it closed another 1-hour candle, and yeah, you just don't stick to your plan. You get chopped out the entire time, and by the end of the day you realize that you're too exhausted to look at the chart anymore, and that's exactly when you're out of your position, everything's done, you're out of your position, and that's when you get the move, right? So just be patient, do the stress-free way, do it the mango way, and plan your trade, put it on, and let it unfold. It's okay if you're wrong. It's okay if you're wrong. You're better off just walking away sometimes, have everything in place, and not get exhausted, right? Because you have a clear mind to react when it is time to react, okay? All right? So remember, I've talked about this multiple times before. there are you need to divide yourself as a trade manager and the executioner, right? As an executioner, all your job is to put on the trade, or just put on the trade and exit the trade when you have to. Do not think. Your job is to not think. The manager thought up the plan and he has given you a job to do. You do your job, all right? You do only your job as an executioner, okay? Don't do the manager's job. He's already done his job. Okay, so enough of that now. Is there anything else I want to talk about? So sometimes when you see a rejection like this, a quick rejection, there's no harm at all in taking some off the table, taking some profits off the table, because this is a pretty aggressive rejection, and we are sitting at some major 15-minute levels. So again, I've done it, and I actually may do it here. I may actually take some profits off the table right off the bat. Why? Because in case we do see this turnaround and you're forced to get out of your position, being able to take profits right off the bat, like such a quick rejection like this, is not a bad thing, because what it will allow you to do is, if this does turn around on you, it will allow you to, one, maybe you want to reposition over here for a little bit more of a trade, right? Add to your trade with those profits. Or two, you can just wait to see that, hey, if this actually turns around, I can get out of my trade and those profits will cover any potential losses. Hey, maybe you'll actually even come out ahead, right? Because if the candle actually closes right above here on the 4-hour time frame, you can essentially use those profits over here to not only negate whatever small loss that you take over here, but actually be in the green after this. But I'll have to think about this after this trade. This is actually looking like a nasty rejection. I'm feeling good about this, to be honest. Okay, this is, I'll be honest with you guys. If it wasn't the weekend, I would have just likely kept the trade, right? But because it's the weekend, I'm a little bit hesitant. One, because I don't want to worry about the position. It is a lower time frame position after all, 4 hours, and I want to just enjoy my weekend. And two, we tend to have these kind of weird, this weird price action on the weekend. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Again, I'll go over it one last time. My trade idea was based off this horizontal. Very simple, very stress-free. Also use the 10 SMA actually as a guide while I was working out this morning. Okay, you know what, let me talk about this. Actually, this will be a little bit more helpful for you guys. This morning when I was in the garden downstairs working out, I was watching the price for like a good 6 hours, very patiently, waiting for this trade opportunity. It was tempting to take the trade off the 21 EMA and the Tenkin, but I recognized that feeling in myself to want to go and rush into the trade. I said, no, Sean, you've done this before in the past, you've made this mistake, and what tends to happen is that, one, we either close over the candle, okay, clean close over the 21 EMA and the Tenkin, so the candle closes over the 21 EMA and the Tenkin, or two, we actually go wick onto the 10 SMA, which would have been the better trade to begin with, and then close under all of them, close underneath the 10 SMA, the 21 EMA, and the Tenkin. So zoom out a little bit, Sean, and see, is there a better trade opportunity? That's when I actually noticed this horizontal line up with the 10 SMA. I'm like, so the trade would be to actually wait for the 10 SMA at the very least, right? Because at the time, guys, the 10 SMA was a little bit higher. It's come down since. And what do you know? My patience paid off, right? Because not only did we close over the 21 EMA and the Tenkin, but we've come up to the 10 SMA. So I would have been wrong on that trade idea anyways, rushing into it without zooming out and being a little bit patient, looking at the bigger picture. I would have been wrong on that, and then I would have not had the willpower to put on another trade, right? That tends to happen to every trader. You tend to be a little bit hesitant before putting on the next trade idea that you should put on as your first trade idea to begin with, right? So that was the old me making all of those mistakes. Believe me, guys, I've made every mistake. Well, not every mistake. I'm going to keep making mistakes, but all the mistakes that you guys are making, don't let it make you guys feel down about yourselves at all, because I've made all of those. I've made all of those mistakes. I've probably made more mistakes than you guys. You guys are probably going to be better traders than I am eventually, because I was so awful at this. We are all so awful at this at the start, so don't feel down, guys. All right, so yeah, going back to what I was saying, the patience paid off. The 10 SMA was my guide. It allowed me to zoom out, and I noticed, hey, this is a key horizontal, Sean. What are you talking about? This is 9,600. We blew past it once, but that doesn't mean that it's not a major level, and we are seeing it be respected right now. So yeah, just a quick note on that. this is looking good. I will end the video with that note. Might actually want to take some profits at the middle of this range over here between 9,600 and this 9,200 range, right in the middle over here. I might want to like take some off the table, right? Again, it's the weekend. So I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Bye.